Let's dump the Schwab.
Let's stump the Schwab. Klaus Schwab. We're stumping him. We've got him on the show today. Episode 80, I believe.
Episode 80. Wow.
Public episode for public consumption.
I wonder if Schwab would come on a show just for a second. That'd be cool.
Ask. Never
We could get him a cameo.
He's always online.
True. You can get a cameo. You can get a cameo of anybody, though, because they let anybody on their website now.
That was Outlaw's idea to get one of the guys who was on... Oh, it was the guy who played the kid in the Chucky movie, and he saw that on his Patreon. If you pay him $100 a month, you can do a private Zoom call with him. And his idea was they would pay him $100 a month, and then he would have to come on their podcast, where they talk about how they haven't seen stuff, and Outlaw just talks about his chat.
Okay, so the idea is you spend $100 to get a guest on your podcast, right?
Yes.
Well, who is going to listen to the podcast because you got the kid from Chucky to be on it?
Still, me?
Michael.
I mean, before you say anything, I have paid $100 a month to the Chucky kid to get him on our podcast. So if you're gonna say it's a bad idea or something, you probably shouldn't say that.
Just edit that part out.
Yeah, we'll edit this out. And I think it's a good idea that you did it. But I think
he's actually supposed to come in at the 30-minute mark for an interview.
Oh, okay. We're starting a call. We're gonna start a Zoom call and have.
Yeah, we're gonna ask him what was it like?
The kid from Chucky? You mean Chucky? Guy doesn't know it's a doll. You mean Chucky?
Yeah, the little guy, grew up. The little ginger guy, you know?
The little boy, the doll guy? That was not a kid, dude. That was a doll.
I can't believe they made Chucky on Rugrats a redhead after Chucky was already out.
They should have used a different name, I think.
They should have been sued.
Let's do them now on behalf.
On Chucky and the Chucky kid.
Yeah, hey, we can get more than $100, then pay him to not go on Outlaws podcast. That's a master plan right there.
$200 to not go on that podcast.
If I had Mr. Beast money, I would do that. I would hire a lawyer. And I would sue Rugrats and Mark Mothersbaugh for that matter, and Devo. I'd make Whip It my song.
It was kind of a power move for the people who wrote Rugrats to have Chucky Finster and his dad be like Irish characters. Like they basically act like Woody Allen.
True.
And then, and most of the characters on that show are Jewish, and they don't act like that. It's flipping it around.
That show was awesome because they got they did it on purpose. They got around saying shit on Nickelodeon by saying Dr. Lipschitz, which was fucking hilarious. Yep. And my dad told me early on when I was laughing, he's like, my dad said, "Why are you laughing? That's just a Jewish name." And like, my dad's not even like woke like that either. And I was like, okay, I'm a kid, first of all. Secondly,
how do you even know it's Jewish?
Poop fart shit.
He could be a German guy.
I think my dad just watched the show enough with us and knew things also.
I guess it's implicitly with Dee Dee and her family and her background.
There was like bar mitzvahs and shit on there too later on. Like
they had a few episodes where they like did some of the like
dreidel,
stories. Yeah,
menorah,
the dreidel, menorah.
Oh yeah, they did the Rugrats version of Passover basically.
Yeah.
They reenacted it. I loved Rugrats, by the way.
They crucified Christ on it.
Also, the feminist...
That was really fucked up, but...
Bill and Lil's mom with her feminist fucking sweater and her headband and how she just, like, knock her husband around. That was a great character. Hey, D! Going down to the pond! Fucking... He's cool.
The Rugrats movie had a very weird plot where they're lost in the woods, and I think it's supposed to be some sort of, like, a Cain and Abel thing. I think it's biblical in some sense, where Dill is born and then Tommy rejects him and then tries to kill him by having him eaten by monkeys. It was the Rugrats movie is not very good. There was scary
shit on there though. There was a lot of on the regular show. There was a lot of episodes of Rugrats that weren't supposed to be
regular
scary.
Show was a different show.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh,
that came out later
that was a cartoon for adults.
Regular show is Rick and Morty in Canada. Stupid. But yeah, it was a fine show. But Rugrats had some scary episodes, like the episode where they were at the family reunion. There's like the giant baby that was in the pen. I'm not like the one with the giant head. Or when Chucky was sick and having like fever dream in the fucking any episode where the kids were sick. Rugrats was very good at drawing like how it felt to have like a fever laying in bed. Horrible.
By the time we got
spins and shit.
By the time we got cable and like Nickelodeon, I think I aged out of watching Rugrats because I was like 4.
I was 17 or 18.
Yeah, I was 22 when my parents got cable, and I was like, these are about babies.
I
gotta come over to your house and watch this.
I guarantee I've seen way too many episodes of Dora the Explorer just because I had siblings that were watching that shit. And I was sitting there like, I'm homeschooled. I'm allowed to watch this.
It's educational.
I'm learning. This is my school for the day.
Yeah. Over the backpack, roll it up with things.
So every time we watched it, we would just, when we were like visiting my cousin, they had cable. And so we were like, in the morning, we were like, oh, let's watch cartoons on Nickelodeon because we don't have Nickelodeon.
Yes.
And then by the time we got it, it was just like, I can't watch this stuff. I gotta watch Comedy Central. I gotta watch Man Show and South Park, even though I'm not allowed to at all to see it.
Yeah, dude. I remember that period because it was always us. We went to our grandma's too. We're like, I gotta watch Sports Center, and then I'm turning on whatever. Like, I'm gonna watch Nickelodeon until Nick at Night comes on, and that's boring as fuck. Then I'm gonna watch whatever movies on USA, and that's gonna be sick. And it's usually like Three Ninjas or something.
Fuck Nick at Night. Nick at Night was basically a way to get kids to not stay up late.
My most spoiled
It was like a lesson it taught them. Oh, you stayed up until midnight? Well, you get to watch fucking I Love Lucy, you stupid
some
bitch.
shitty 70s
some boring
sitcom.
black and white crap for grandmas.
My most spoiled cousins. We'd go over there for like different holidays or just during the summer randomly, and they had every game system, 200 DirecTV channels, all the movie channels paid for. Like, we could watch anything. They would take that big ass fucking projection, big screen, finished basement TV, and turn on goddamn Bible Man.
Ooh,
look, we could watch this at church, bro. This is what
sucks.
Protestant kids watch. Fuck you.
It's like watching Muzzy at home.
Oh, it's like watching Muzzy past the
French
fucking
thing.
infomercial.
I'd rather watch Muzzy.
Yeah,
Actually,
Muzzy's
true.
awesome. We should do a Muzzy stream.
I'm not going to shit on
Absolutely.
educational shit. I always talk about how much I love PBS stuff.
Yeah. My cousins like that, they didn't go to church or anything, so it was always nice to go there because that was the Sunday we didn't have to go to church.
Yeah.
So it was great, like going to Pittsburgh and visiting them. And then they were allowed to do whatever they want or like watch whatever they want. Like that's the first time we watched a rated R movie, which was Varsity Blues. We'd watch The Godfather. They got Grand Theft Auto. And so I got to play Grand Theft Auto 3 in Vice City, so that's what we did. Like stay up all night doing that. And I think I would kill myself if they just watched like Bible Man and like had everything, and I didn't have anything at home, and I was just like, this is my outlet to like watch anything bad without any parental supervision.
VeggieTales didn't come out until you guys were older, right?
We had VeggieTales. Yeah, we had VeggieTales.
VeggieTales were honestly like, for what it was, too, I loved VeggieTales.
VeggieTales were much better than
songs were
earworms.
Else.
If you turn the sound off, it looks like it's not even Christian. It's just a cartoon.
Or it also looks like it should be in another language. Like, it should be in Czech or something, you know?
Yeah, it should be like an Indian kid's educational video on YouTube.
VeggieTales was much better than anything else you could watch when they like pull out. We would do
in general.
We were younger, yeah. Not in general. Well,
Tom's a huge VeggieTales fan.
I love vegetables. What can I say? Eat my colors.
It's educational and it's good for you.
Because you would pull out, like, if you got, like, a substitute, of course, they'd pull out the TV and, like, just make you watch something when you're, like, in second grade. And most of the time it just sucked. Or if it was, like, religion class, and they were just like, all right, we're going to watch a video today. And then it was just, like, Bible Man, or there was this, I can't remember the name of it, but it was, like, this
spirit.
Live action show, but they had, like, this little animated guy character who was, like, a character that all the characters interacted with, and it just sucked ass, and I hated it.
It was Christian?
Yeah, it was all Christian. And, like, so it's not even, like, Catholic. So I don't even know why we're, like, watching this shit. Because most of that stuff wasn't Catholic.
The kids 5 years older than Tom and I had to watch Buttercream Gang at every youth group.
Yeah, just sucked.
I feel like I've seen clips of this stuff on Everything is Terrible.
Probably.
Oh, more than
I think it's all gone now, but I feel like I recognize this stuff, the descriptions of it. There was one episode where we talked about Bible Man, and then I made the ending song, the theme song.
Yep.
I had never heard of it before.
Sort of spirit. Yeah, I deep dove into that IMDb and shit and looked at what everybody else was doing. It wasn't much.
Because there was EWTV, which was like the Catholic channel.
Yeah, EWTN.
Yeah, EWTN. And my grandma in the last few years of her life was just kind of like house, like she was just confined to her chair basically and didn't move much. And every day I'd go over and like check on her. And she was just watching EWTN. It was just mass. And I was like, can we turn this down, Grandma?
Let me guess. I was about to say she's watching Volume 44, Noon Mass into Mother Angelica for 4 hours.
Oh, absolutely. It was just on TV.
There was a time I was in a hotel. I think it was on our honeymoon, actually. Me and my wife, we were watching EWTN. And I guess it was like reruns or something. It was at like 2 a.m. and we were baked. And it was Mother Angelica talking about how Halloween is evil and how you can't have your kids wear Halloween costumes. And it's like, God damn.
She lived until 2016.
That's just so long.
On
all the TVs, every TV that we had used to be able to like block channels, and that was the only one that I blocked. I just blocked EWTN, so I wouldn't have to see it when I scrolled through.
Yeah, people do that with your parents for Fox News now.
Mother Angelica carried that channel. She carried that channel. This shrine down there in Alabama, where like their headquarters was, it was like basically the Bristol, Connecticut of Catholicism. That shit. You even when she was still healthy and like younger, you couldn't like go see her. She was like in a compound, basically. Like
we were in Akron, we were also surrounded. You're surrounded by all that shit too, because you have Ernest Angley, who was this like Protestant preacher. I don't even know just Christian or whatever. And he had this big. He's still there. He's dead, I think, but he has this big like sort of temple area in Cuyahoga Falls, and he was just insane. It was kind of like a cult. And if you joined as a man, you had to undergo like penis inspections. And so he would check you if you're like circumcised.
Yeah,
and
Catholics
like,
do that too, but they don't make you.
No, it's just you're an altar boy. That's when you go through the penis inspection.
I had to do that at school, but it wasn't a religious thing.
Just a bathroom thing.
Yeah, it was just a gym thing.
Just a gym thing to make sure we were fit.
I'm thankful for it, though, because I found the poop ring on mine. I got to wash it off.
I scrubbed it off.
You guys remember doing the presidential penis test every year in gym class?
Yeah, you had to run a mile with your penis out of the front of your shorts.
Yeah.
God, it was a one-on-one with your coach. Yeah, keep running.
It was awesome. The rest of the kids just got to wait there and hang
back
out.
And forth. Yeah, they had to wait.
One kid was in the room getting his penis inspected. Right, Tom, it was so fun. Like I brought my Game Boy one day.
Go ahead and finish, Tom, because I want to get you away from that. But I do have something to say. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, just I mean, like it was just on TV all the time because he was on the local channels and he was on what was UPN. Like I think they had that shit on during the daytime, so it would be like cartoons in the morning, and so that was free TV. Cartoons in the morning, and then it would transition to like Ernest Angley, and so you're like, oh fuck, and then not having cable, it like as soon as like cartoons end, like it's just shit like that. Or I mean, you'd get what is it, Wheel of Fortune, or not Wheel of Fortune, but what was it? I'm drawing a blank now.
Jeopardy.
No,
one of those.
Yeah,
Whammy?
One of those. Yeah, you'd get the game shows with Bob Barker. Why am I drawing a blank?
Price is Right.
Price is Right.
Pat
Sajak. Yes.
Shut the fuck up, Alex.
So you'd be like, okay, Price is Right is dope. I could like to watch this and Family Feud and all that. But like, damn, TV just sucked when you stayed home from school. But I did it anyway, so I just played Nintendo.
The worst for me too is like, since I worked from like 8th grade on. Our family owned a business and I was homeschooled, so of course I worked. Hey, we can't pay everybody this week, so guess who we're not paying? More night on the books. Cha-ching. Got it. But I didn't care. It's whatever. I still made plenty of money for an 8th grader. And got exposed to a lot of things that made me way cooler for my age. But the most hated thing was my only day off was usually Saturday. And the only thing I would want to watch was the weirdest thing. I had to watch it on a Saginaw channel. It was like the Up North channel, which we some days would not get that well if it was snowing or something. But I'd want to watch the Siskel and Ebert show. Like a half-hour block that was on like ABC or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was only on like 7:30 in the morning on Saturdays. And that was fine. That was bearable. Like 7:30, I can go back to sleep. Bro, after like 3 years, they moved it to 5:30. And then after that, it was Catholic Mass. I'm like, you gotta be fucking shitting
God
me.
damn.
I still woke up and watched it though.
That's probably the most intellectual thing that you could watch on cable at that time.
I loved it.
Other than maybe like Meet the Press or the McLaughlin Group.
I would watch it and then act like I'd go to the movies with my friends and then tell them things about the movie. Be like, damn, Michael. Like, yep.
Yeah, that was the way to be a letterboxed guy. It was so much harder back then. You had to watch Ebert and like
I despise
get magazines and shit.
Like, you just read something about that. You don't know shit. Shut up. Just watch the movie and say it was good or say it was bad and move on. Great. Good shit.
I just read the Wikipedia article. And I go, yeah,
Jason should have a 5:30 a.m. movie review show.
Alex mentioned though the presidential fitness test. That shit was always the best. I didn't really care, but my thing was just like picture day. My parents were young and dumb. Like my last year of public school, my mom was 26, 27.
21?
Like, yeah, she was 21. She was like 27, so still just like
young.
She was a fucking Air Force wife. She was a booze hound young mom.
Is there a name for them? Like line wives or like it's not army wives, is it?
It's
A plain
I don't know
wife?
what they would be called. Yeah, something. I'm sure it's something really derogatory. So
there's Chair Force.
That's true though. All the Air Force guys do sit in chairs all the time, even on the beach.
As if the Army guys don't, and the Navy guys don't, and everyone
the Army
isn't.
guys don't know how to sit in a chair. They just end up on the ground.
They have stools.
They sit on the ground with their legs splayed out like a kid who can't walk. Sorry, Army guys.
Crisscross applesauce.
If any veterans are listening, don't want to scare them. Sorry.
Any veterans are listening. Sorry about what you said, and you're welcome for the free healthcare.
Go ahead and feed in some nice loud fireworks sounds right here. No, but I was gonna say, my mom was always not prepared for any of those days coming up, including picture day. So there's some of my school pictures. I was like red in the face with like my fucking bangs all stuck to my head with sweat. I was like, just getting in from recess. Like, all right, third graders line up. I'd be like, no. And
I wish I had done more fucked up shit for picture day as a kid.
Yeah,
because my parents didn't really care about it. Like I would have gotten yelled at a little bit if I was like,
well, that's the thing with mine.
For the picture, but not. I wouldn't really get in trouble.
We lived in poverty at the time. My last year of public school, just because we had 4 kids in the family. My dad made Air Force wages, like E3 wages, like $1,200 a month or something at the time.
Your dad worked at E3?
Yeah, he only worked once a year.
He must have had like a PS3.
He only worked once a year. It wasn't that much money. He had to sell the PS3. Yeah, it's like Halloween USA people. No, but Presidential Fitness Day, I was wearing my outfit of choice, which was really, really tight black jeans and a white t-shirt. Like, you gotta run a mile today. I'm like, all right.
Damn.
The funniest thing, though, my best friend at the time, Kenny, who wore blue jeans and a t-shirt every single day, him and I were like a football field ahead of the pack in the 1 mile. We were so fucking fast, even in our jeans. It was great.
That was my worst thing. Because I have such short legs, I would have like a 13-minute mile even if I was trying.
I'm like the opposite of Forrest Gump. If you watch Forrest Gump in reverse, that's me. My legs get worse. I get really dumber.
You meet Elvis at the end of your life.
Yeah, I was born with HIV and I lose it. Oh wait, no,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I was able to do all the push-up stuff. I remember it was 31 push-ups you had to do.
Yeah.
To get the top thing, and I did it.
Presidential,
and I did the sit-ups too.
Yeah.
Sit-ups. I think the only thing I couldn't do, like pull-ups.
Did you guys have the most fucked up one though that I always talk about that I can't believe that they'd make us do? Climbing the rope in the gym and ringing the bell.
We never had the rope.
Do that.
We never had the rope. Yeah,
bro. We had to climb. Yeah. They made us climb the rope at 9 years old.
Yeah,
that was probably the last time in my life I could do it.
I always saw that
to them.
I always saw
doing
that in
at 9
shows.
years old was way easier than doing it. Like if you asked me to do that at like 17, I'd be like, "Fuck yourself, man."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have less weight, probably comparatively to your muscle.
I had a BBL by then.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm never climbing rope with this.
I'm gonna do it now and get a presidential medal as a 33-year-old.
You're doing
Joe Biden's gonna have
Billy
a ceremony
Madison, but just for the presidential fitness test.
Beating all these 9-year-olds. I'm way faster than you.
It's actually a content idea. If you're a large content creator, have a bunch of streamers get together, do the presidential fitness test, just like the one for today.
Yeah.
Because, it'd be great content. You'd have the fitness freaks even being like, "This is harder than I thought." And then you'd have people just showing up and crying once they do like 2 push-ups.
Just make sure that the rope is attached because you don't want to have a repeat of the TwitchCon thing. Where the woman got her back broken.
No, you're going to fall into the really hard
falling off it. Like, they would have to have a harness or something.
Oh, there was like 4 more people that took such hard falls in that shit and just happened to land on one of those foam things. Sucks.
Yeah, she just got unlucky and she was between them.
Also, like that type of shit should have happened to me 8,000 times in my life of just breaking my back completely and not being able to walk.
Mm-hmm. It almost there's usually a kid at every school who that happens to. Like at my school was a girl who broke her, I don't know what it was, but she was paraplegic after, and it was because of a sledding accident. And she was like 17, and it was just, what a bummer to even think about that. Like you have to live with that for the rest of your life. There's like fucking sledding. Like,
bro, I was playing mud.
Sucks.
I was playing mud football at 16. I took a stinger of a tackle right in the middle of my back, and I had to crawl off the mud with my arms. And everybody was still like just sort of fucking around and playing because everybody's covered in mud and dicking around. And I had to crawl to the side under like the cow gate to get out of the fucking, because we were in the horse ring. I had to crawl under the cow gate and sit there in the fucking grass staring at the sky like under the stadium light, and like my legs just would not move for like 2 full minutes. Then they just all of a sudden started moving again, and I went back and started playing football again. Dumbest fucker ever, man.
Yeah, that sucks when you're a kid.
I was 16. I was a kid. There's no excuse for that.
That's a kid to me.
I mean, yeah, you're even dumber. Like, because you're just older and you should know, but you're just so stupid.
Oh my god, man! That still haunts me. Like that's the one event in my life where if I think about it too hard, I'm like, holy fuck! Like I was that close to being wheelchair Bobby.
In rural white culture, they don't have a notion that you're supposed to grow out of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like breaking your back, mud wrestling, and dying on a 4-wheeler or a snowmobile. That's just what you do.
All of those yearbooks know to leave like 4 or 5 full pages for the back, because by the end of the year, a lot of those 4-wheeler kids are going to be on there getting their own full page.
Anybody who owns a 4-wheeler is like, well,
taking a snowmobile onto like a 1/2-inch thick ice, and it just sinks.
We're called In the Arms of Angel Racing because we've lost so many this year. Fuck it.
R.I.P. Brantley, 2000 to 2018.
Yeah, Tarvis Gentry, you were one of a kind. Just misspelling and missaying Travis. Tarvis. Dude, there's so many. Search Tarvis right now. I guarantee you find some fucking white kids in Oklahoma.
There's 100%. There's
Texas,
so many fucking people named Tarvis.
And they're always in a fucking town that also has a stupid male name. Yeah, Tarvis from Gentry. Tarvis
from Gentry. This is my wife, Latrina.
God. Fuck, man. Those are the same people, too, that are like, you see what these people are naming their kids these days? Demarius? What the hell is that? And they have, like, a 4-year-old. Marauder. Come here now, Marauder. Come on now. Marauder. Then Marauder comes around the corner. He's got, like, tubes coming out of him. He's just, like, fucking doing, like, a crab walk. He's all fucked up. Hey.
Hey, what disease does he have? I don't know.
What's wrong?
Don't ask me. I don't know. He's just got tubes on him. I don't know what the fuck.
Doctor says he's autistic.
Parents whose kids have like a fucking oxygen tank and they don't know what it is.
Bro,
I don't know. The doctor gave him that. I don't know what
unrelated,
it
is. But so many videos popping up again today of vaccine injuries of people just vibrating on their couches. The funniest one I saw was the guy that's just sitting in like his like sweatsuit, just bent over, like kind of shaking and being like, whoa, what's going on? What's going on? He sounds like Billy, like, today, Junior, like Billy Madison. And it's one of those Twitter blue like doctors with all of his fucking his little professional initials after his name. He's not even a doctor, by the way. It's like RN, FP. I'm like, I don't know what these mean, stupid nurse. Shut up. You have a girl's job. No, I'm just kidding. My brother's a nurse. But
it would be awesome to post a picture or a video of like a guy in the fetal position on the ground after falling off of a trampoline and then saying it was a vaccine injury. Bro, like you can see him come off the trampoline.
Somebody replied to the original post, that guy just sitting there. It's like the first reply, like right after it happened, was this teenager replying, "Me 10 minutes, no vape." So funny. Just like shaking
no
on the
one
couch
falls
and can't talk.
No, of course.
You have to be old as fuck.
Yeah, people do fall for it, but those people are already like tweeting stuff out. So
yeah, it's people who are looking for that. They're like name searching for it.
There's a video from Felix from 2021 that's hashtag thanks Fauci. Ever since my second shot, this is how it's been. And he's making his hands do like the wave things, like the woo, like the wave motion. Really good. That was a great tweet. I'm just glad those are making a comeback. I'm nostalgic for COVID, you know.
I'm just gonna post Tourette's guy and say this was the vaccine.
Can we make that our title of the episode, or would it ruin the SEO? COVID is so nostalgic.
Nostalgic-asm for COVID.
Yeah, it gives me nostalgic-asms for real.
For the Rona.
Like I don't know what I have more tissues. What I use more tissues for. Am I blowing my nose or spurting my COVID juice?
You want to join my leftist nudes Discord called Lockdown Nostalgia?
Yes. You had me at leftist nudes. That's cool. I'm excited to join that.
I know it smells crazy in there.
I'd love to have so many ideas.
I remember when our fucking Discord started, like the nude channel.
I was like, no, I was the admin.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Bro,
I will ban horniness on site. Really, I have no quarter for that.
It'd be really funny if you just made just one called like Leftist News Discord and you like posted it around jokingly. Some guy insta joins and immediately boosts it to like level 13. He's like, all right, we need 1080p in here. Come on now. Well,
all right, I'll post my dick. I'll post my dick first. Everyone else can post after.
There's already like 14 channels. Cum tributes, feet, fingers, fingies. Then there's like one that's just like sports discussion.
The other day, I got banned from the Melanie Mac Discord because I kept going into their daily prayer calls and playing dog whistles.
Those are the worst people.
Yeah, they didn't like it.
Those are the worst.
I'm sure they're blaming me. I'm the head of Chapo and Clanecast after all.
But they had a great nudes channel in there in the Melanie Mac Discord.
I gotta show you.
Man.
I gotta read out this one message from
Melanie goes crazy about a pear-shaped man.
I also got blocked by Steven TV for saying him and Melanie would make a great couple. It's very funny to reply that to a guy who's clearly simping. No, I'm not trying to fuck her, dude.
So she went to my page and she blocked me. She saw in my bio Chapo FYM and Clanecast, and she blocked Chapo FYM and Clanecast. She went into the Chapo FYM bio and blocked all those accounts, and then the Clanecast she blocked all those accounts. And it was Nate Roos Music is in the Clanecast, but Nate doesn't own that one anymore. I do, and it's a 00 locked account, and she blocked that.
she didn't block me though.
She didn't block you yet?
Why didn't she block me?
I don't know. That doesn't make sense because she blocked Chet, and he's like never interacted with her.
She
name is
zoomed
in
in
the
on
bio.
Alex's picture.
I know.
She thinks he's like one of those marble bust statue guys instead of a golden tamarin, gold line tamarin.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she's like, wow, he's noble. Look at that.
That's
guy.
so weird that she hasn't blocked you. Because she blocked Chet. I assume she blocked Aaron. Michael's is not correct in there, so she can't find him.
She blocked me anyway. No, I'm just kidding.
But it does feel nice to be like blocked by a bunch of them, and so I'm kind of free.
Got one thing to say, Tom.
What's up?
Get macked.
Hey, you know what? I'm getting that hat. I'm getting that mug.
That fucking
great.
hat. I want the hat, but I don't want to give her any money, so I'm gonna see if it's on eBay.
Well, we can do the thing that I want to do with
You
like
just make
Jason. Yeah. Jason, Outlaw, like Mikey Miles, just make a Teespring with all of their merch and just sell it at cost. So you get $0 from it, but it's like super cheap. And so people can get all that merch.
So funny.
We've discussed that before elsewhere, but like our new Outlaw shirt, the bacon one, is basically just Outlaw merch, but you can't just sell Outlaw merch because it looks so fucking bad.
I know.
That you just like, it's like he doesn't center it on the thing. It's pixelated. It's the wrong aspect ratio. So it's like you have to make a new merch for these
Outlaw's
people to sell merch.
Looks like he washes it all with saltwater taffy before he sends it out.
I think I'm going to get blocked by Melanie Mac here. I'm going to reply to a thread in response to her selfie where a guy says, looking good. She says, thank you, King. Then another guy replies, break the internet and have a workout stream together. And I'm going to reply, Melanie, I think these guys are trying to fuck you. Most tweeters don't post replies like this. Well, I'm going to post it anyway. All right, let's see if that does it.
So there was the one guy, the one image, the one picture I sent to you guys, which was from the DM prayer, or not the DM, Discord prayer request. Prayers from a woman who's into horoscopes and yoga by Spider Dan. I just wanted to ask for prayer for a woman I follow online who's into horoscopes and yoga. She's really positive and encouraging, which is why I follow her, but I'd like her to come to Jesus. You don't even know her. You just follow her, you fucking psycho.
Okay,
like
first of all,
she does need to stop being into horoscopes and yoga, but being tradcaf is not the solution.
Who used to go to like 7:30, 6:30 a.m. hot yoga class where I'm one of maybe 3 men out of 100 people in there, and the other guys are just like a gay couple. You want to stay as low key as possible. Women shouldn't know you there.
No,
do your
you shouldn't be known as the guy.
Enjoy having the giant bathroom to yourself because you're one of the only few guys there, and get the fuck out.
But I mean, all the reply guys are the same because there's that guy, the other guy I shared. Who, what did he shared a picture of Melanie and he's like, I need you to start a farm, Melanie, so I can buy eggs, milk, and butter from you. And if you go to his page, every tweet he makes, every single tweet, he has an et for some woman of some sort. It's just like, what have you been up to? What have you been up to lately at Breezy Bree? How's life treat you? This shirt was made for you, Brandy Lauren. How was your Christmas, Brandy Lauren? Just over and over and over again. Just adding every woman. I love how fucking
stupid those guys are that they think that the e-girls are actually going to start a farm. Like how fucking stupid you have to be to think Melanie Mac has left the house in the last month.
Hey, this girl can't take care of herself. She did leave the house in the last month because she went to the hospital for not drinking enough water.
Oh, that's true. Like if you've ever met an actual farm wife, like a trad or not even trad, just like a woman who owns a family farm with her husband.
Yeah.
She wears overalls. She's covered in dirt. She doesn't do her hair. She doesn't wear makeup. She's like a guy. She just works outside.
She usually looks like Daryl from The Walking Dead, but without facial hair.
Yes.
Like there are not farmer e-girls, but those guys are like, yeah, that's real. This all makes sense. It all adds up.
I love my petite blonde wife that also knows how to really take care of fucking 30 cows.
It's very funny.
She knows how to scoop up pig shit, but she also wears a sundress.
It's funny they like idolize this like trad lifestyle and think it's just so easy to start a farm and then just to have all these farm animals.
Hey, more power to him. Go ahead and try it.
Yeah,
no, it's just so funny. Imagine she buys a farm and all these guys are like, Melanie, if you need a slave, I will work on your farm for free.
If you need someone to milk, if you run out of cows, if you want to put me in the milking machine, ma'am.
Fuck. Let me guard your property with my life.
November 6th, how's your day going? At Brandy Lauren, ? Shut up. This lady has 116,000 followers.
How's your day going?
It's just like she deserves it, but like
no, this
women
is a
in general
woman.
online, they have to deal with so much of that shit. And like guys do too. There's always parasocial weirdos and guys who send too many messages and stuff. But for women, it's like every single one of those guys, any one of them could kill you. Like the guys who they leave 4 comments on every one of your videos. That must be
I was
terrifying.
talking about that with somebody, and they were like, "Oh, you know, like it must be nice to be like a woman streamer. Like you get like all these guys to like sub to you and stuff." But then I was like, man, as soon as they find out you have a boyfriend, like they want to kill him and you, and like any one of these guys, any one of your like 2,500 subs on your Twitch is likely to kill you. Like it's not good. Who cares?
One of those guys could be a mass shooter.
Yeah, like if you're especially if you're a small time streamer, that's even worse because then these guys think they have like a real shot because you only have like 5 people watching.
Oh my god!
And so they come in just like I'm watching. By the way, like I just want to get made a mod. Yeah, absolutely.
And then they think because I'm a mod, she owes me sex.
She should give me her address. I should send her some books that I like. I should show up one day and give her the book I like.
I've heard of instances definitely where it's like top donator type guy gets head mod on the small, then the girl starts blowing up and the guy's still trying to be like a manager or something. She's like, yo, you're just a mod. Like you're just in the community. Wait.
I gave you all this money. I gave you everything. You owe me. It's like, shut up. There's really nothing worse than being a woman online, it seems like.
Or a mod.
Well, that's true. It's tough to be a mod.
Yeah, guys have it worse as mods, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I gotta make my name pink.
You should demand sex from
That's
Hassan.
the oldest trick in the book on Twitch, making your name pink.
I think he honestly owes you at this point.
If you make your name pink and go talk in chats for like a little bit, you'll get it gifted.
Everyone's gonna click on your name hoping to see your profile.
It's so pathetic, dude.
Name going, hi.
It's not even like a girl's voice on game chat. It's just the color pink and you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's so cool.
Girl.
I tweeted a joke about that once, just being like DMing some guy being like, hey dude, you mind cutting your hair? Every time you fave one of my posts, I think it's a girl and I click on your profile picture.
I love that shit.
It's disturbing.
Clicking on a girl's picture because you think that it's her boyfriend, but it turns out it's just her the whole time, and you thought she was a girl, but it's a guy with long hair. Yeah, that's a block.
Hey, can you butch up a little bit? You're a little too femmed out right now. What?
Excuse me?
I know I don't know you. We've only followed each other since like August 2014, but your long hair makes you look like a woman I want to fuck, so please cut your hair.
I keep getting tricked, dude, every time you retweet me.
That's like a message that LOL would probably send. Hey, I'm my wife. What's up?
Hey, I'm my wife. You want to talk about our clips?
Hey, I'm my wife. What's up? You want to les out?
Do you think there are lesbians who say the phrase "les out"?
That guy that was, for context of the chat or the chat. Fuck. Just edit in viewers. All right, I'm gonna say viewers, and you can cut it twice. Viewers.
The peasants.
Yeah, hey peasants. LOL was a Favestar type account that was like a can never follow more than 200 people, or I'm not a large account. That's cool, but I have 30,000 followers type, and I think the avatar was just like a silhouette of a woman, like an old painting or something. And it turned out to be a guy that was catfishing as his own wife, but like not really catfishing trying to fuck anybody, just trying to be a woman to get more faves on his tweets. But he was also in like all women chats talking about his period and shit.
So cool.
So then,
I'm bleeding on my pussy. Oh, what's up with this, right? We hate this.
He came clean about it on his own, but I still think it must have been coerced by her.
Yeah.
But they were getting divorced, and that's why he came clean about it. He said that he doesn't want to pretend to be her anymore, so they're not going to be married.
Yeah, she probably like found it and was like,
Yeah.
all right, we're fucking getting divorced. You need to like delete
I'm sure
that.
it's a last straw situation. She's like, you've been looking at your phone for 8 hours a day since 2013. It's
Yeah.
You're done.
Well, I was DMing these other women while married to you.
That's so
Well, he
good,
could have
though.
got a Comedy Central show, and then she could have been the actress.
That'd be that guy being fucking, as Rick and Morty creator said, Atlanta drunk. And DMing a woman, hey, yo, I'm my wife still.
How did that guy not get Me Too'd until now?
I don't know, dude.
He was
keep
sending
talking
shit
about
like that?
That's fucking crazy. It's almost like that's something you can send and be like, great, I got hacked again. Fuck. And everybody be like, yeah, you definitely got hacked. Like, no doubt about it. That's crazy.
It's weird that from what I can like follow, people like knew about some of it, I guess. I'm not sure. And like just never said anything. But like, if you knew he was DMing 16-year-olds as a 35-year-old and be like, I'm Atlanta drunk, and then saying all the other shit, he was like, you're jailbait. Oh my God, dude, you should turn 18 already.
You should run off and become a sex slave.
Oh,
I guess maybe
dude.
people were afraid of the Rick and Morty fan base or something, but I don't think they're even really defending him now. Like, I don't think there are people who are like Justin Roiland innocent, right?
I think there's a few people, but like I think they're just
that are
like
more
fucking
just so,
around.
Yeah, there's always be the guys.
There's just the shitheads. who are just like,
Roiland's going to spawn his own 15,000 different Mets type guys.
yeah,
But it's not going to be like he's innocent. It's just more like, why do these women wait to say anything and take away my entertainment? Like,
Yeah.
If they really
can't
cared,
really
they would do
discount
it
it.
right away.
it's making me mad.
I'm so sick of losing entertainment. First Andrew Callahan this week, and now Justin Ryland.
Oh man.
Fuck
It's
that.
it's probably it's good for Channel 5 that Andrew Callahan's not going to be the lead guy anymore because he has a face for radio. Like, I'm sorry, but it's the same thing as when they put Mike Huckabee's daughter on TV all the time. It's like, is there literally anyone else whose
Sarah
face can be
Huckabee's
on TV
fucking-
this much?
She's popping off. She's so cool. She's trying to like tweet like Trump now and shit.
Yeah,
No more
that's just-
trickle down help from Washington to Arkansas. It's like,
That's
Yeah,
just
isn't
easy
she the
out.
governor of
Arkansas.
Arkansas?
yeah. And she's like saying they're not taking any more help from DC and Arkansas. They're doing it themselves. What are you talking about?
It's Hillary's old house.
Most of her state's income is from DC or whatever.
Yeah, I don't. What gets produced in Arkansas?
Walmart.
Other than like racism.
Walmart.
That's true. That is where Walmart's from, and they've done great things for America.
But
That's
you know
true.
who really owns Arkansas? The future Saint William Clinton and his
That's
wife, the beatified, the blessed Hillary Clinton.
I would say the real owners of Arkansas are my Crimson Tide. Let's go, Bama.
That's right.
Let's go. Let's roll
Actually, I think
Tide.
it's indigenous people are the real owners of Arkansas. Okay, so let's change the subject so I can stay on top of that.
All right.
No one try to one up me.
So funny. And moving on leftistly, good discussion.
Moving on leftistly to a new leftist discussion.
You hear me say, well, I think... It just cuts off and like skips 2 minutes. Blah, 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 blah.
All right, so we're going to be doing a point-by-point response to the latest article from Noam Chomsky.
They're still letting that guy
sounds great.
write. I bet it says this. Just kidding.
Yeah,
He's
what's he
cool.
writing on it? His own diaper? Fuck you,
Woo!
old
That's
ass.
Not cool. It's not cool.
Yeah, it's not cool.
That's cool. It's cool to yell at old people like him.
I wish people would name
Fucking hate
themselves
him.
Noam. I wish that people stop naming themselves Noam Chomsky puns. Give the
We
man some
should-
respect.
We should invite him on the podcast and yell at him like that other leftist podcast did.
We need
Go
to.
viral for
I think
it.
there should be more Foucault puns. Those have kind of fallen by the wayside for
True.
people who want to let everyone know they go to grad school. I paid $80,000 to read the works of a French pedophile.
I would say, fuck you.
Yeah, I say, Michael, fuck you. Stop telling me this shit, bitch. I
Damn,
said,
Michael, you
Michelle,
passed,
fuck off, bitch.
you passed the class, dude. Good job.
Yes.
First day. No one else said fuck you to me.
Why do I go?
Wait, your first name is Michelle? What are you, fucking gay?
What are you, a girl, dude?
What are you, a gay girl or something? That's the roast of Michel Foucault.
Guys, this guy's famous for giving money away. Who gives a fuck? Fucking philosophers. Oh, I actually enjoyed my college philosophy classes because I got to be a huge Melvin. I was devil's advocate. Like 2 weeks in, my professor realized that I was pretty good at writing and shit, and I was also a huge troll. And he would let me be the devil's advocate for every conversation, like pro-gun guy, whatever I need to be. I was him. Great.
I didn't take philosophy. I took, I think, sociology because I had
specifically ethics.
I had a teacher in high school that was like a philosophy guy, and he was just so fucking annoying. I was like, man, I can't take this class. He talked about philosophy all the time. I can't deal with it. These type of people.
I'm still in touch like once a year with my professor from that class. Actually, that was like 2007. Isn't that crazy? He's still pooting around.
I took a class that was called The History of Modernity, and that was pretty sick. We learned about Freud and Frederick Jameson and pregnancy,
modernity. Get it?
Maternity. The maternity ward.
Pregnant. I'm going to need a maternity.
Maternity ward.
What the maternity ward. That's where the future was birthed.
That's so cool. That's very Elon Musk. Yes, we're actually calling Tesla the modernity ward because that's where the future's born these days.
That's what I call Paris in the 1770s is the modernity ward.
Goodness.
That's just where it was born.
You put some fancy music over this conversation tonight.
This is the smartest podcast we've ever had.
I love classic
Vivaldi season suite.
I love classical and traditional shit like architecture. Just saying words. I love architecture. I love classical. What?
I call it art-architecture.
I love classic shit.
It's art to me.
I just love traditional things, like old scrolls with writing on them.
Elder Scrolls.
So who's your favorite guy from old times? Mine is Julius Caesar.
How old are we talking here? Mine's Caesar too, I think. Guys,
it was pretty good.
we're those statue guys. Mine's Caesar too. What's yours, Tom?
Augustus Gloop, I think. He came right after
Augustus
Caesar.
Gloop. Yeah, that's right.
After.
Yeah. Yep.
He was Augustus Caesar's son who got really fat. He drowned in a river of olive oil.
Guy that just reads shit, never has heard anything said out loud or discussed. I'm more of a E2 Brute type of guy. I really relate with E2 like way more. Like he's
just trying to think about anybody.
I'm sort of more of an E. Brunig guy.
Yeah, I'm not
E2 Brunig.
E2 Brunig.
Fuck man, that's like the next Matt Taibbi like article name. E2 Brunig, my fucking pro gas stove. God damn it, that's so cool.
Oh man.
A New York Times opinion piece by Matt Taibbi, E2 Brunig. Very cool.
It's going to release on a Friday at 6 p.m., just like the Twitter files.
Saying E2 like and you, Spanish.
Did the gas stove thing peter out yet?
Yeah, it ran out of fuel.
Yeah, it seems like it did run out of fuel a little bit because most of the people in, say, Arkansas don't have a gas stove.
No, that's the thing. Like, most people don't have a gas stove. And also, if you do... You have a gas stove, it's because you put it in because you like to cook on it, and you're not going to take it out because it's expensive. Like, you're going to buy a new stove? Like, fuck.
It's just so funny still, like, again, what would it take for the U.S. government to go house to house and take anything? Let's be honest here.
No, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They don't care that much. The most they're going to do is, like, put a surtax on the new one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they'll be like, any new stove bought after this year, you're paying 10% more than others. Guess what? Bitch.
And like if you can afford a
gas stove,
you can afford a good electric stove. Like the one I have fucking sucks dick.
Yeah,
because my landlord spent the least amount of money possible on it, so it takes like half an hour to boil water. But
let me ask you this, Alex:
if you actually spend the money, electric is fine.
Do you have a window on your stove?
Sort of. You can't really see through it.
I know what that's like. I don't. I have the Section 8 stove that only has the knobs in the front. But I think because there's no window, it gets extra hot.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, really no reason to have the window in there.
No,
like if you want to see inside it, you can just open it.
Well, it's for baking, so you can look at it without releasing some.
No, you just open it.
Thank you.
Touch it.
Okay, I'm good.
You can't see it that well.
You can if it's a good stove. Yeah. Mine has a window on it, and I've been baking recently, and so I look through the window, I turn the light on, and I go, "Ooh, that's browning. Let's go."
My oven has a doggy door on it,
so I can take one at a time.
The little flap that comes open
keeps losing heat. But yeah, like no one's going to get their gas stove taken out because it doesn't matter. Like it's just expensive. They're not buying a new stove just to be like, wow, this is raising like children's asthma by like 12%. We should take it out. It's like, yeah, probably, but nobody's gonna fucking do that. They're not gonna pay you $1,000
inside their house. They're like, my kids have asthma. Fuck you.
I wish. Good. Again, if I had Mr. Beast money, I would go to some big event where there's gonna be a bunch of come and take it gas stove people that don't actually have a gas stove, and I'd be like, I'm at this trailer right here. I have a gas stove, and if you can properly operate it, I will give it to you. Like that sort of, because none of those people would be able to. They'd be like,
yeah, they've never touched it. No, what apartment has a gas stove? No apartment ever has a gas stove.
They shouldn't.
One's in New York or California.
I don't want to. I don't want my neighbor having a gas stove in an apartment. They're gonna
absolutely
shoot your eye out.
I don't trust my neighbors with that.
Well, leave it on.
Just leaving the gas stove on and then trying to light a cigarette and it just blows up.
Oh man, who's leaving the gas on this?
Jason with the gas stove.
Oh god,
that's why I can't sleep. You just got the gas running 24/7.
Yeah, it's not a gas leak, motherfucker. I turned it on.
Well, that does help you sleep, actually.
It doesn't help him sleep.
Really puts you out.
No, because then he wakes up and he's like, "It's Tuesday and 3 p.m." No, Jason, it's Friday and 9 a.m.
It's funny how a year ago Nancy Pelosi was getting yelled at for having that $10,000 fridge with the ice cream in her house, and then the liberals were like, "Well, it's actually normal if you make the amount of money she makes that you should have a $10,000 fridge." And then conservatives were saying like, "No actual poor person would like dream of having this shit," and now it's reversed. Where it's all these,
it's just stupid.
The conservatives are saying like, well, actually having a $4,000 stove is normal for struggling single mothers in the American heartland. Like, shut the fuck up.
They need to boil their mac and cheese faster.
Suburban people yelling at each other.
Yeah, it's a really stupid argument, but I hope it continues. I hope we keep having this. Just like every other thing, where it's just some culture war where everybody digs their heels in the sand.
I gotta say, I'd rather have it be about ovens than about trans people.
Well, yeah, it's nice. Keep them distracted.
We can argue about something like that. That's better.
I think we need to think of more fucking appliances we could do this to.
Yeah, toasters.
Oh no, my favorite one. You don't need a dryer.
That's a good one.
It's an easy one.
A really good one is the guys that get mad that you say like you have an air fryer and they're like, well, it's just a toaster oven, right?
Oh, air fryer? It's air fryer, you mean?
Air fryer. Okay, it's a convection oven, yeah. Well, see, that's what we need to do.
Costs the same amount as a toaster oven, pretty much, and
that's what we need to do.
Uses the same amount of power.
Do you know what's really funny to those guys? Where like, I just use blah blah blah. Go, I have both. And if you don't, I have both. I use both.
Yeah, there's really no reason not to have.
That pisses those guys off the most. Oh, I think both have their applications. I use both very often, and they're like, okay.
Like they give away air fryers at this point, basically. Like on Amazon during the holidays, they're like, they're $10 an air fryer. Buy it for your family as a gift.
It's a toaster oven that you put away, basically. So who cares? But I think that's the debate. We need people to pick sides and then just fight tooth and nail.
That stuff's so annoying. It's like it's people who want to seem adult. It's so obvious when they get really into opinions about ovens and cooking and stuff like that. And like we know what's going on. It's that, millennials, we have a harder time doing the milestones of adulthood that our parents did. So you want to make up for it by being like, well, I actually know all this stuff about cooking because I'm grown up.
When will they learn?
You're not being pretentious about stuff.
To be grown up, all you have to do, vacuum often, buy candles. Never turn an overhead light on, only lamps. That's it. Grown up now.
I have a Roomba.
Whoa.
It's pretty dope. It's my parents' old one.
I can't have a Roomba because my cats would destroy it.
I can't have a Roomba because I would destroy it.
No, they ride on it. Cats love riding on it.
No, my cats shit all over the floor, so it would stink.
Oh, that is true.
They just shit all over. Yeah, I shit all over the floor.
So nasty. Oh, I can never have a Roomba. It'd be a pain in the ass if it smeared shit everywhere that I didn't clean up.
Yeah. If you've never seen videos of that, go to YouTube and look it up.
It's so good, dude.
Like people have like a ring, or not a ring cam, but like a Wi-Fi cam.
It grabs like a Whopper-sized dog turd, and that turd ends up smearing like it's a miracle, dude. It's like
Hanukkah. Yeah, it lasts for 8 days. Just this little turd.
That little turd just kept rubbing. It would not go away.
The little turd that wouldn't quit.
Yep. The little turd that pooed.
The turd that pooed. It's wonderful. Nice. Like, it would be great It's also very funny because guys, just goddamn, that's pissing me off. Guys saying that. Oh, I can't do it, dude. Smear the turds.
Dude, I can't use a room, but my place is fucking filthy.
That was my friend in high school,
everywhere.
man. Like, because his parents were super wealthy, like basically retired by this time. Because they like owned a business and sold it, and they moved to Key West, and so he was just living at their house by himself, but their dog was still there, and he didn't take care of it was a big dog too. He didn't take care of the dog ever, and we would go over all the time because there's no parental supervision, so we got to do whatever we want. But sometimes you'd walk in, and there would just be dog shits on the floor, and you'd be like, "Man, you gotta clean that up." He was like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it later." And like, there's one like I stepped in it in his house, and I was lucky I was wearing shoes because like you didn't want to take off your shoes in the house.
Through your toes.
Yeah, and like so I was just like, oh man, this fucking sucks. He was like, oh, just take another pair of my shoes and take those home. And so he had like nice Air Forces, so I just took those and never gave them back.
Tom
I just left my shitty shoes.
Tom took his black Air Forces and changed his life.
And you're not even like telling the dog about it or like making it clear to the dog you're not supposed to do that. You just wait for the dog to shit on the floor, and then you find it 8 hours later, and it's like too late to even yell at the dog.
They waited until it stopped stinking to touch it.
I honestly think like as soon as he saw the dog shit on the floor, he goes, "Well, at least I don't have to take it out now."
Oh my god!
Yeah, thanks for not making me take you out. That's really helpful.
Oh, well, I guess I'll just walk around this spot.
Well, the great thing is if the dog shits on someone's lawn, they might get mad at you, but if it shits on your own carpet, you can just be like, whatever.
Yeah, you just get mad at it.
Yeah, I don't get mad. I don't care because I'm laid back. I'm a laid back,
but it was
easygoing type of guy.
You got to treat someone's house just like as a dump because they treat it as a dump. So you could just like throw whatever you want. You could spill and just like not worry about it. It was like a really big, expensive house on like some private fucking drive.
Spit.
I know. That's what it was. Basically, but like, because we didn't really like him that much, but he was just really wealthy and would just bring his parents' credit card. And like when Rock Band came out, he just like went to Best Buy and bought it. And we were just with him, and he was like, I bought Rock Band in your credit cards, Mom, Dad. We're like, all right.
So what year was this?
Rock Band came out, what, 2007?
Would this be 2007, 2008?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a family who got a real easy mortgage.
No. They were.
It would been right before.
Did they actually have money?
They had
right
a lot.
It would have been right before the recession.
They had, it was during, because 2007, 2008, this was my senior year of high school, so that was like, because I had an economics class, so we talked about that the whole time. And they had so much money. His older brother went to Boston University. They bought a house in Key West and retired there. And they had one other house next to them, and they bought it and then tore it down so they wouldn't have any neighbors.
That's so weird. Yeah. They don't seem like people who would actually be rich. They seem like people who like lived in a trailer and then got a McMansion in 2006. And we're like, yeah, let's let the dog shit on the floor. We have enough rooms. Who cares?
This wasn't a McMahon. This was like a very nice house in Hudson, Ohio. Just incredible. And they just weren't ever at home. I think they didn't care about him as much after after sophomore year. They were just like, you know what? We're going to do our own thing. And they just left him alone. And like, that's not an ideal way to be, but they just did, and we reaped the benefits because we could just drink beer in the basement and just play video games and whatever we wanted to do. But yeah, we just treated the house like shit because who cares? Like, there's no parental supervision. And so also, we don't really care for him, so we just throw a beer bottle somewhere and didn't have to worry about it.
That's awesome. Those are the best experiences, and they get better with time because the older you get, the more you realize how bleak it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like I talked about it before. My friend whose parents got divorced and then his mom got cancer. So he was like, just like a bad kid who could do whatever. And he would like, but it was like fun to go to his house because like his mom would never yell at us for doing anything. We could stay up as late as we want. And then you get a few years older and you're like, damn, that was really fucking depressing.
It's really dark to think about, but it was cool at the time.
But we could have as much soda as we wanted. So it was pretty awesome.
Those friends are the best. My friend's house like that was the house where you could never tell if his parents were home or not because they were off in another room, just completely silent, doing whatever, like their own thing, whatever. Like, and he was only child, so their house was big enough where like it didn't really matter. They're upstairs, probably in like a different living room type situation, or just chilling in their room watching TV. But he had like a fucking pantry, and you open it up, it looked like a gas station, just bags of beef jerky, boxes of like blow pops, like anything you'd want. Like they just buy entire boxes of shit and just cut the tops off and leave them on the shelf.
Oh,
And,
that's sick.
That was always nice.
yeah, we go over there and like they're the type of people that where the house was like 61 degrees Fahrenheit, no matter what time of year it was. Just cold as shit in the summer. They had 2 giant Newfoundlands, 2 Newfies, big ass black dogs.
That's why it has to be cold. They got so much fur.
Those houses were great where they just had all those snacks because like my mom would never buy those snacks. And then anytime we did, it was like 4 lunches. And so like we had my
Blow pop?
well,
Yeah.
it was just like you weren't allowed to like just even like fruit snacks or whatever. Like there was 6 in a pack. There's me, my brother, and my sister. So there's 3 of us. We each get 2. Like that's it. And if you eat one, like
Fuck.
you're just not getting anything. So I imagine you had the same thing with like 12 siblings,
of
right?
course.
So like you just don't get to have any of that. So you go to someone's house who just has an abundance
Yeah,
of it.
I go
You're just
crazy.
Like, let's fucking go wild.
Yeah,
I want to eat
would.
till I get sick.
Yeah, well, everything I'd eat too, I'd be like, you always like, I hate those. I'm like,
Yeah, right?
more for me. He also though had the it was so sick. This was 8th grade for me, like right when I was skateboarding every day too. And he had a pole barn and half of it was just empty and there was nothing but like custom made skate ramp. Like he had a mini skate park in his pole barn, so if it was raining we could skate.
That's nice.
So good. That was like the dream only child friend to have. Then that motherfucker just disappeared one day. We were like 17, off social media, stopped talking to everybody. And like a month later, I hit his mom up. I'm like, what's up? She's like, oh, he got really suicidal and tried to take his own life. I'm like, Jesus, like, what the fuck? Like, you know, I guess he's not reaching out, so I don't know how much he wants to see everybody, but all of his friends miss him, blah, blah, blah. And he just sort of like went into this, he became like a hermit from like 17 to 24. And then one day I get an ad on Facebook from him, like when we're 25 years old. And he moved to Germany after becoming a fucking electrical engineer, and he works for BMW now, and he's married to some beautiful woman. I was like, all right, man.
That's
You
awesome.
didn't kill yourself.
Yeah. You figured it out.
Yeah. Great
That's
ending.
pretty good.
That's pretty sick. I think we need to find some guy who lives with his mom and she has a bunch of candy that she buys. And we can go to his house and hang out.
Yeah.
That'd be
Anybody
great.
listening right now, let us know.
And it can't be like a Chaos Infinity style
Yeah.
house where it's just like a warm
They
iced
can't
tea.
be like just Airheads type stuff either. We gotta have like a variety of candy.
Yeah, it has to be like actual good stuff.
Would you go to the Chaos Infinity house if you could get free candy, whatever candy you want? Would you hang
No,
out there?
because you would have to take a chemical shower afterwards to
Yeah.
make sure you don't have
just walking in with your shirt pulled up over your nose and be like, "Oh, it's great to be
no,
here."
it sucks so bad.
Can I get
a
this to go?
bed bug would latch onto your sock and then just follow you home.
They would have like the worst candy. You're fucking unwrapping your Biddo honey, and you unwrap it, and there'd be an earwig inside of the wrapper.
All those strawberry like
Charleston
little candies.
chews.
Bro, I love the strawberry ones. But
I
they
know
gotta be
they're so,
fresh.
but those are like
they gotta
old.
Be fresh.
That's the
That's
candy
thing.
they have in that
Grandmas-
house for
Grandmas
sure.
would leave them around for 10 years, so when you put it in your mouth, you're like, cool, the flavor's gone, but I remember what it did taste like. It's
The
still
outside
dissolving.
smells like cigarettes.
Because of course, whatever his favorite candy is, whatever his mom's favorite candy is. So it's probably just shit like that. That like
Yeah,
her
no, you know what I
grandma
think they
loved.
do? I think they do a thing where she buys like Raisinets and she sucks the chocolate off them and he eats the raisins.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
dude.
It's that type of sitch.
Well, no, now that he's the man of the house, it's the other way around.
Oh, he sucks the chocolate, she
Yeah.
eats the raisin. Well, it's better for digestion.
God, it's like Lucille Bluth like blowing out the smoke into Buster's mouth, and then he goes outside and breathes it out. That's what they do.
Oh,
Fuck, the relay shotgun with your mom. So good.
that's how he gets the bed bugs off the bed. He rolls around in it and then just goes outside and shakes
She pulls a
them
bug
off.
off herself and then hands it to him, and he grabs it and then pulls it outside.
He puts it in the rabbit cage.
He puts it in the rabbit cage. They like it.
I love imagining them like Chaos Infinity, like Googling, like, how do you get rid of bed bugs? And they're like, well, really the only way to do is you gotta bug bomb it and then like wash everything in hot water and get the heat up in your place. Like, here's like they turn apartment buildings up to like 100 degrees, blah, blah, blah. So him and his mom just turn the heat all the way up and just stay in the house. Oh, wow. Hot in
You
here.
can hear the bugs cooking.
He would.
Wow, it smells like rabbit meat.
Sizzle.
He would read all that and go, "There's nothing we can do. We're just stuck with it."
Walking into the house.
I guess
and
we
just
got to move again, but not wash any of our stuff, so it just follows us to the next house.
walking into the house and you're like an exterminator. You're like, all right, where are the bed bugs? And the guy just does sort of like motions around like kind of everywhere, and you step on one like a gusher, just fucking it's on the floor, just fat, blows up like a fucking grape on the carpet.
Grape. There are bed bugs on the outside of the door.
Oh, trying to get in there from the corners. Fuck, it's so
crawling
gross.
in and out of the keyhole.
Bed bugs are an actual fucking horrible nightmare, and I would never wish them on my worst enemy.
Yeah.
There have been I had patients in the hospital that ended up in the hospital because of bed bugs making them go fucking crazy, like the fear of still having them in the house and shit. Crazy.
Yeah, fuck bugs.
I like them. I'm gonna get some bed bugs here soon.
Bed bug secret.
That's the thing. I wouldn't freak out.
I would be totally fine with it.
I'm built
I would
differently.
just eat them.
You know how much blood I have, stupid? Like, I give a fuck.
I can get blood. Don't worry about that.
Oh, I got blood.
I got as much blood as I need. I'm
Getting all defensive. I got blood.
I don't really have to worry about bed bugs because I mostly fall asleep in my chair. So I don't even use my bed. It's mostly just a pile of clothes on it. So
it's for my laundry.
Putting your feet on the squatty potty so the bed bugs don't get up there either.
Jumping from furniture.
So cool to do.
My computer chair can't get bed bugs.
Yeah, I have my desk in the corner of my room, so there's nothing for them to run up.
Oh God! I grease up the walls so they can't get up the walls.
That's funny. Opening the side of his computer case, and just like a paper wasp nest, just sitting in the corner of it with bees.
Oh God!
Spraying Pam everywhere so they can't get a grip.
Yeah.
It's so funny. You bump his computer tower, and there's one screw hole where a bunch of yellow jackets crawl out, like an apple orchard.
Just a hornet's nest inside of there. Oh, God damn it.
It's running like crap.
They're the best. Just just from bed on his side.
As much as we make fun of his name, he's really living up to it.
He truly is
infinite chaos in that
yeah, it's controlled chaos.
I love to live in a fucking but when the bugs take over. Bro, they probably have a condemned sign on their front door right now.
Yeah. What does that mean?
They just tear it down.
Condemned by who?
No, he went and read it. He's wearing a Sphinx shirt and he leans in really close and goes, "Condomed? Ew."
Condomed?
No thanks.
Who's Condom Ed? Why are you leaving this?
Condomed? He can barely feel it.
God damn it.
Disgusting.
All right. Well, thank you for listening, everybody.
I hope you have left.
I hope you enjoyed that last little
Hopefully
riff.
you're listening to this in the morning and you have a lot to think about for your day.
Patreon.com/ChapoFYM. Go check your house for bed bugs.
Bonfire.com/outlawschenner.
That's right.
Bye.
Bye.